FknBucky here. I spell it, you say it.
Hey, this is episode 30.
Yeah, that's how many millimeters your penis is. 30. Watched the Joe Rogan special. Thought it was amazing. Joe Rogan is, if anyone has met me personally or ever talked to me, he's probably my favorite comic of all time. Was one of the first stand-up guys I've ever seen in my life. And without a doubt, the best show I've ever been to, ever. I've told it before. When I saw him at the Comedy Store down in La Jolla, where I used to perform, I was laughing so hard, I couldn't breathe. And I thought I was going to die. I thought I was literally going to pass out. And I was praying that he would shut up for a couple of minutes so that I could breathe. It was the greatest. It was so great. I saw him again in a bigger venue, too, with Charlie Murphy later. And it wasn't as good. It just, when we saw him at the La Jolla Comedy Store, it's such a small room. It was like having him in my living room telling jokes over drinks, man. It was fucking awesome. So having that experience shoots him all the way up to number one. That, and I saw him in a video, and I've looked for the video. I can't find it, but it's a thing called the Chris Wilde Show. It was happened way a long time ago. And I think it was when Joe Rogan first started doing Fear Factor, long time ago. He said something about, they asked him about Fear Factor, and he's like, it's effing stupid. And he goes, oh, I'm sorry, I can't swear, can I? And the guy's like, it's fine, we'll bleep it out or whatever. And he went off, man. He went off on the contestants of the show. He went off on everybody in Hollywood, how stupid it was. I don't know. I just thought he was the man after that. So, loved him. He's right. That show was fucking stupid. And it got kicked off the air. I didn't know this. It got kicked off the air because they made contestants drink donkey cum. Stupid show. But one of the episodes I watched, these people, they had to eat a dick. And depending on, they had to spin this wheel, I think it was, and wherever the wheel landed on, that was the dick they had to eat. So there was like a deer dick, an elk dick, an antelope dick. Like, that's not even lying. For real. I called it a penis on the show, but you know what? Hey, we're family friendly here. So I was just sitting there thinking, I was like, man, even if you win, like, and it was a second round. So 6 people, I think, had to eat a dick. 2 of them made it through. Only one of them was actually going to win. So all of these other people ate a dick for no money because they didn't win. I'm just sitting there thinking, I was like, man, if you're that guy and you're sitting around with your buddies and they're busting balls and they'll be like, go eat a dick. We know you like it. You already did it. You can never live that down, ever. You're a dick eater for life, dude. You could be like the best person in the world. You could volunteer at homeless shelters. You could donate all your money to like children born without arms and shit. But if you eat one dick, nobody's ever going to be like, hey, look at the guy that donates his entire paycheck to children without arms. Nope. They're going to be like, hey, look at Billy. He ate a donkey dick and didn't make any money. That's why I think that show is stupid. It really is. You can Google it. I'm sure the dick episode's still up there. Part of it was cool, and part of it was just stupid. All the stunts, you know, they were like, here, drive this car out of a building. Sounds cool, but you're all strapped in. It's all safe. Like, ain't no way you're going to die. You know, drive a car out of a building in a convertible with no seatbelt. Now, that's some Fear Factor. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't do that. I would watch that show. We should do a show like that. Hey. Should make a show like that, but let prisoners do it that have life sentences. Like that other movie, Death Race, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you win, you get out prison. Have you ever seen the movie Death Race?
Mm-mm.
Well, it's been out for like 100 years, so whatever. It's in the future, but they take prisoners that are in prison. That's my Kamala sentence for the day. They take prisoners that are in prison and they let them out of prison because they're in prison. And sometimes, you know, these prisoners that are not in houses, they are actually in prisons for life, which means all the way until they're dead and they no longer have life, which is what we call a life sentence. Hashtag Kamala. But yeah, so they take these dudes and they have to race around a circle or something. but they all get weapons on their car, and then there's things that they drive over, and spikes come out and stab them in the face. So, I mean, it's pretty cool. And the whole thing is if they win the race, they get out of prison. But the chick behind it is evil and blah, blah, blah.
Is Jason Statham in it?
Yeah. The first one. There's like 12 more.
Okay.
And it's stupid, too, because, I mean, not only do the guys have to... Okay, so I shouldn't say it's stupid, but, I mean, come on. So the guys race, but they bring over broads from the women prison, so they have a chick with them in the car, too. Because you can't have a movie without a hot chick.
True.
I mean, they gotta have some boobs in there somewhere. Nobody's gonna watch the damn thing. I love Death, too, but you ever notice, like, the Death Killing movie? They always got a chick in it that's got big knockers running around.
Kind of reminds me of the Mad Max movies with Mel Gibson.
Yeah, similar.
Yeah.
But not.
Yeah.
I get it.
I like the theory, though. I have a similar theory with the Olympics. I think they should do an Olympics for homeless people, you know? Let them compete.
In what? How to drink a 40 by 8 in the morning? And pass out on a bus stop, dude? Do you ever see like what homeless people are doing? There's a reason they're homeless. You know, sober guy gets up and goes to work every day isn't homeless. Homeless people are freaking crazy, man. Don't get me wrong, there's lots of them out there that need a chance, and if they could get a chance, they fall on hard times. I'm all for it. All those people that are going to yell at me that, oh my God, he hates homeless people. FknBucky's an asshole. Number one, I am an asshole. And number two, you've never had a conversation with a true homeless person because they are effing crazy, dude.
Right, because you like crazy people.
I love crazy people.
Because other people are just boring to you.
Exactly. And the people that cry about it, like, fuck off. Sitting in your living room typing stuff. FknBucky's a jerk. You know what? Go to hell. You're the problem. Everybody hates you anyways, so fuck off. That's how I feel about it. Felt good. Get off my chest. And you know what? That brings me to another point. Fuck death race. But we should... What was I talking about? Letting the inmates do what? Fight each other to the death? That would be cool, too. What was I talking about?
I think it was...
This is Golden watching his brain really try to think. And it's like physically painful to watch. I can't imagine what's happening in that fucking head of his. It's like crinkling up and turning red. We should turn the camera on it. He might lose a tooth. He's trying so hard right now.
Oh, we should make them eat animal dicks. That's what you said.
No! It's like the furthest thing from what I said.
Or was it
I said drive a convertible out of a building with no seatbelt. But somehow you got to eat animal dicks out of that. I said eating animal dicks was stupid.
Yeah, so why not make the prisoners do it?
Because that's horrible. But driving a convertible out of a building is awesome. Thank you very much. I was just thinking that, you know, the stupid things that they did on Fear Factor where they had everybody doing these stunts that were way too safe. No chance of getting hurt. Why wouldn't you do it, you know? They're like, jump out of this helicopter with 9,000 straps on you that you know you're not going to die. Like, whatever. All right, back to the broad that's sitting in her freaking living room pissed off that I just called her a broad. You suck. All those people suck, man. And this goes back to freaking the Joe Rogan thing that we watched last night. It was Joe Rogan, hats off, fucking great show. Awesome. Half of the show was spent having to explain his jokes and to explain that they were simply jokes and that he wasn't out there actually trying to hurt anybody's feelings or be mean, right? And that sucks. It sucks that any comic ever should have to do that. It's jokes, and they're all jokes, dude. He's like, oh, you know, can't say the word anymore. Why? It's funny. Call your friends all the time. Sorry, but they do. You just have to be able to use your head and have some common sense and stop being so fucking offended about everything, you know? It sucks. And he was right about the word retard as well, you know? Of course you don't say that word. You don't say it to a kid with mental disabilities. I mean, what kind of a monster are you that would do that, right? You know, if one of your friends is doing something incredibly stupid, you should be able to call him a retard. And you should be able to say it as a joke. I believe. I mean, I don't know. It's amazing to me, and it sucks because you know what? Once somebody like Joe Rogan or Dave Chappelle or some of these other comics, once they actually get a big audience and they spend their time being funny, now their audience is so big that they got to spend all their time explaining their jokes, not being politically correct, but still being politically correct. I mean, when you watch this special, that was what I saw. I saw a really, really funny guy. Like one of the funniest guys of our generation, one of the people that tells it as real as it possibly can, and yet he was still shackled, man. It was like he still had a pair of handcuffs on, and instead of taking the handcuffs off completely, he still had them on, but they had like the fucking chain that goes in between them, right? So they're more comfortable. So Joe Rogan was able to tell his jokes with more comfortable handcuffs on. But he still wasn't free to just do what he wanted to do because he knew that if he just told his jokes and he didn't take the time to throw a couple sentences in there to say, blah, blah, I'm just saying it, blah, blah, in this sense, and blah, blah, I'm just saying it this sense, which everybody in their right mind knew that, he'd have a whole bunch of people crying and bitching and whining today about it. What language do I talk about, Hayden?
Language of actions.
Exactly. The language of actions. And that's what people should be judged on. Your language of actions. What do you do as a person? I do a lot of good things, and I don't give a shit if you know or not. It's not important to me. I don't do it because I want people to know. I do it because it's the right thing to do, and I do it because that's who I am as a person. And I believe in karma, and I believe in things coming back, and I will go out of my way to give somebody that's hungry some food. I will go out of my way to put a smile on someone's face that's having a bad day. I've never met somebody that's not my friend. Everyone's my friend till they prove otherwise. The things that I say are whatever. I think it's funny. So it sucks that so many people find a way to get pissed off. And here's the thing. This is why it is, right? Nobody gives a shit what I say because we have couple hundred views maybe on our video on YouTube, right? So I can get away with it. Retard, whatever. I can say it. Yeah. But if we all of a sudden get 1 million followers and we get 50 million views, right? I didn't change as a person. I haven't changed at all. I'm still the same guy, right? But now I've got more attention on me. Joe Rogan, Dave Chappelle, once they get more attention on them, you know what happens? The fucking dickheads that are out there, they get all up in arms and freak out about it to make a name for themselves. They don't actually care about whatever's going on. They just care because they can make a name for themselves. And I've said this a lot too. The people out there that get so mad about somebody using the R word or the F word, or, the N word, which, don't get me wrong, white people don't say the N word, man. Just don't. It's not cool. It's not funny. It's a very harsh, horrible word with a history of horribness.
So Mexicans and Asians are good?
I don't think they should say it either. I don't think anybody should say it. I think it should just go away. It's a word with a history of horribleness. And so, A or an ER, it doesn't matter. The word has a history that is just fucking horrid. So, or have a black friend next to you that they can say it, That's a pretty funny skit that was on, not Saturday Night Live, the other one, In Living Color. Look that up. That is funny. But these people, man, they don't want they don't want the world to change, right? They don't actually want the world to change. They just want to attack people that have worked incredibly hard to get these big platforms. Dave Chappelle, Joe Rogan, these motherfuckers have worked so hard to make their craft and to make what they do something that many, many, many millions of people can relate to and enjoy. They enjoy it. Why do you go see Dave Chappelle? Because it's funny and you enjoy it. It puts you in a good mood. Why do you listen to Joe Rogan? Because he's funny. He puts you in a good mood. That's what these guys do, man. They're comics. And they make you laugh. And everybody likes to laugh and feel happy. So now you got these assholes out here that attack them, not because they truly want Dave Chappelle to change. They just want to ride the fucking wave that he created by being a dick. And it's bullshit. And people need to call him out for that because they don't actually want racism to go away. They don't want people to stop saying the R word. All they want to do is hop on and ride the wave of anger, which is the opposite of anything good. Yeah, this is it.
Listen, nigga, get your money next week, nigga, so quit acting like a bitch ass.
I used to tell a joke all the time at the Comedy Store, and I would be like, I dated this chick, and she was always pissing and moaning that I didn't want to hang out with her, and I didn't want to go shopping, and I didn't want to go, like, I don't know, just go from store to store in the mall, and I didn't want to sit there and, like, discuss feelings all day and talk about this, and how did this feel, and how did that make me feel, and blah, fucking blah, right? And I was like, Heather, I'm like, look, I'm not doing it. It's not who I am as a person. I'm like, there's guys out there that'll go shopping with you. They'll talk about their feelings with you. They'll sit there and they'll hold you and they'll tell you that the world's going to be better when you see a bad thing. And I'm like, but the rest of us call them fats. And it was fucking funny, dude. And everyone would laugh. You know? And I'd put a big pause before I said right? I'd be like, and everybody calls them and everyone would just and you know what? There was this gay dude that was the gayest guy in fucking Southern California. He was so flaming, but he would get up on stage and would do jokes too. And he was, a lot of times he was the MC, so he would have to announce me and he would laugh the most, dude. He thought it was fucking hilarious and he was never mad about it. And I never went up and asked him. I was like, dude, does my joke offend you? Because fuck that. That's what pussies do. And I didn't care because it was funny. And it wasn't meant to hurt him. I could care less that he was gay, right? Gay dudes do that stuff. They hang out with chicks. They go shopping. They enjoy talking about feelings and how things make you feel. I don't. Like, it's just not what I want to do. I'm a guy. I'm a man's man. That's it. I don't have feelings. And when they show up, I cram them fucking back down where they belong. You know? I talk to my dog like a real person. You know? That's where I let all my feelings out. Right, Annie? She's passed out over there. Homeless Olympics. I don't even know what the fuck that was about. What the fuck?
Did you see the opening ceremony?
Fuck them, dude. Opening ceremony. It was stupid. I didn't see it. I heard all about it.
I didn't see it either. I just saw it was a mocking of the Last Supper.
Yeah, sure it was. They came out later and said it wasn't, but it was. I have no doubt.
Back in 92, you see that video where a guy had a flaming arrow and he launched it on top of a 50-foot pillar and it started on fire. And it was just, dude, how badass is that?
It's fucking stupid.
And the skill? Come on.
He shot an arrow at a thing that had fire on it. I could do that in my backyard, dude. Take me 7 tries. That's so cool. Pour a little gasoline in a puddle, get a bow and arrow at freaking the gas station sells bow and arrows, and shoot it.
With 80,000 people watching you, you'd be sweating like Rogan during his special.
Who cares? His job is to do that. If he missed that thing, why is he at the Olympics?
Imagine if he missed, dude.
Yeah. Then they would have to get a white guy to do it. Oh, shit. Because he was black. Fuck your dog,
dude, the guy was black? Oh, really?
I don't know. Maybe he was Asian. It was just dark. I don't get it, man. I don't get why people give a shit about the Olympics. I could care less.
Yeah.
I don't watch it. I don't care. I've watched it a little tiny bit. I thought it was cool and snowboarding got in. I watched it. I watched Ross Powers come out and fucking destroy it way back in the day, and it was awesome. We did like 60 feet out of the pipe. It was amazing, dude. It was the coolest thing I think I've ever fucking seen. And but otherwise, I could care less. I don't care about swimming. I don't any of it. I just don't care. It's just, I don't care. I don't know. I have friends that get all hyped up on it and they love it. But I think it's bullshit, man. I really do.
Next one's in L.A.
Who cares? I'm not going to watch that one either. I mean, seriously.
I'm surprised you don't watch the snowboarding.
I don't get it, dude. I don't get it. Was there any snowboarding on right now? Summertime, Summer Olympics.
That's right.
Yeah, genius. People bitch. You're not supposed to love America. I can't wear an American flag, man. Right? Yeah. The Olympics come on, and they're like, oh, be proud of your country. We've got 40 medals. They don't fucking care, dude. The only reason they do is because they want you to watch it on TV. It's about money. That's it.
Yeah.
That's all it is. They don't actually care. And who cares about, do you watch swimming? Do you follow swimming?
No.
So who do you give a shit if we get a gold medal in it or not?
I don't. No. The only thing I've watched
Nobody
is the basketball.
does, dude. I mean, do you walk around like, what's his name that got all famous for swimming?
Michael Phelps.
Yeah. Good for him, dude. Works his ass off. He's a fucking badass swimmer, and he earned that.
He built like
good
a
for
fish.
Him, dude.
He's got webbed feet.
I mean, good for him. Awesome. You know? But I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
And I thought it was cool. The first Dream Team, Michael Jordan, Charles Barkley,
dude.
You know, Karl Malone,
Yeah.
all the badasses when they first allowed the pros to go in. It was a big deal. They went over, they dominated. It was fucking awesome.
Dominated.
So I thought it was really cool when Kobe went over and Kobe was part of the team and he made it freaking awesome. Loved it. But other than that, I could care less. This other chick, man, Simone Biles, amazing. Rockin' body. She's an exceptional human and deserves our praise, and that we think, I mean, she deserves us to be like, hats off. You're a fucking champ, you know? Because she works hard. It's not like it just showed up one day. I admire people that put the time and effort in to be the best, because she has to sacrifice everything else in her life to be that good. That doesn't just happen. It's not like you just all of a sudden become the greatest in the world, right? You got to sacrifice everything. If everybody's getting together for Carrie's freaking birthday, guess where she is? She's in the gym. She's practicing. She's not going to that because she's driven to be the best. So, again, the Olympics, I don't care. Some of the individuals that are there that are amazing and dominant at their craft, I admire and I wish them much success. But, and I heard Rogan say about this on his podcast about it too. But the people behind the Olympics make billions of dollars off of the TV time, the commercials. I mean, the amount of money that they make just on the TV stuff alone. Because mind you, it's not just one country, right? It's the world. The world watches it because you got to be proud of your country. Go Kazakhstan, right? Nobody even gives a shit about Kazakhstan or whatever country it is. But all of a sudden, you know, the whole country has 3 TVs in it, but they're all showing the Olympics. And so now they got ad revenue coming from there. And they don't share that money with the athletes. The athletes should get a percentage, right? Just like they do in the NFL, Major League Baseball, and basketball. So the owners have to share all that revenue. But you know what? The Olympics, they don't have to share shit. See, Olympics, those athletes get nothing. They're out there trying to raise money to buy a plane ticket just to get there because they don't have that. It's all funded by private donations or really, really rich people help them get it done, or your parents are loaded. I mean, I used to know the archery team and the guys that went there. They lived very thin as far as even getting equipment and finding money for stuff. I mean, it was hard. It all had to be raised up. But yeah, you go to the Olympics and somebody's making billions off of that stuff. That doesn't get shared with the athletes. Those guys won gold medals, silver medals. You know, shout out to my friend Jake. He won the first medal in the Olympics 12 years ago. The first United States medal they got was the silver one. But Jake was our guy. He used to come by the Olympic Training Center is in San Diego, so he used to come by the archery place every once in a while. Jake Kaminsky. We don't mention a lot of people by name on here, but he's a badass. You should pull him up. 35 years old. Jake, you listen to this, you old son of a bitch. You can't hear, they spend all this time telling you can't be proud to be American because America's this horrible place and blah, blah, blah. And then you throw the Olympics on and I'm supposed to freaking, I don't know, feel this big thing because of synchronized swimming or some bullshit. And I just ain't got it, man. I'm a patriotic guy 24/7. Don't get me wrong. I love America, but not because I'm told to, because I gotta watch the Olympics. I don't give a shit about the Olympics. I don't watch those sports before. I don't watch it after. You win a medal, great job. Proud of you. I look on TV. I see we're doing awesome and we won more medals than everybody else. Yahoo. Kick ass, dude. But I'm not gonna sit and have it on my TV all day and
You're gonna have fucking Death Race on, dude.
I would. I'd watch it. I'd watch it for sure.
Yeah.
I'd TiVo that shit.
I mean, more people. If you were actually able to do that, I bet more people would watch that than the Olympics. Give it 5 years.
Of course it would.
Yeah.
Look, debut, you're number one, dude. For sure. It would Death Race. It would blow it out. I mean, it's so wrong. I mean, no chance. But maybe we'll get there. I don't know. The world's a fucked up place, man. What you'd have to do is go take over a country somewhere, make a lot of money, and then Jeff Bezos,
Bezos.
The dude that owns Amazon.
Yeah.
Right. He's got like $800 billion.
Yeah.
He could buy an army, right, and go take over a country like Kazakhstan.
Right.
I pick on Kazakhstan a lot because that's just the only one I really know. There's a whole bunch of Istans over there, like Ubulistan and Trifecta-istan.
Like Pakistan and Afghanistan.
Well, I'm not fucking with Pakistan. They got nukes, man. Yeah, you don't want to make fun of them. And you can't take that one over. But if you could go over one of those little countries and just take it over, right?
Right.
Now you own it. It's your country. You become the president, and then you could have Death Race.
Yeah.
But they would fuck it up, right? Because then they would find people that are really good at driving and set them up, right?
Right.
Like kill their girlfriend and then sneak out of the room, but make their hands all bloody because they were sleeping. And then all of a sudden the cops show up and you're sleeping next to your bloody dead girlfriend. You go to prison for life, and then you gotta do Death Race because you're an awesome driver. And then they place a lot of bets on you because they know that you're gonna win, right?
Do you earn freedom if you win, or how does that work?
Well, yeah, you tell them that they're gonna go free, but if they win,
Then you
shoot
whack them on the way out.
Of course,
They're walking out.
Yeah, you can't let them out. You just fuck kill them. Or you're like, oh wait, hey, we forgot. You got a new charge. Like find a new dead hooker in his bed or something.
Set him up, yeah. What do you think of Jeff Bezos? Some speculate that arrow on the boxes is a devil tail, and that he's
who the fuck knows, dude?
He's in the weird stuff.
Same thing. He probably is in the weird stuff. Like, what do you do when you have the most money ever?
Yeah.
Everything you want at your fingertips, right? I mean, how many threesomes can you have before you're like, I think I need another chicken here. I need a foursome.
Yeah.
Right? And then you just keep going until, I don't know, come up with some weird shit. They're a massive company, but they sure as fuck help a lot of people that are small businesses out there. So, devil tail? No. I think they were probably sitting around and they saw it and somebody had Amazon written down and then they were doodling on their piece of paper and they put a little smiley face on it, which I do all the time, and they happened to have a little tail. And they were like, holy shit, look at this. And they made it their slogan. Sounds a lot more believable than some guy who happens to have the most money in the world decided that, you know what, fuck everybody, and I'm going to put a devil tail in my logo because I secretly worship the devil.
Yeah, he was
when I'm butt naked and I swim around in a swimming pool of children's blood because it sounds worse. You can't use grown-up people blood. No, I want children blood. And the children must be under 5, so you have to use more of them.
Helps them live longer.
Yeah. I'm sure that's it. He bathes in the blood of children. Young children. Yeah. They can't be too old or too big. You get a big kid, they got too much blood. probably tainted.
Right.
Well, fuck did we even get to that? We're talking about rainbow and when we got the freaking devil tails on Amazon.
Do you want me to beep out every time you said tard and leave it in?
I don't know.
I think I should beep it out because the algorithm sometimes punishes you if it because it analyzes it, so it might suppress our video. So I might just beep it.
So what if I beep where you put in beep? You bunch of beep 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 beep, beep mother beeping beep 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 beeping cock loving beep beep beep. Fuck them, dude. I mean, I don't know. Whatever. Get in trouble. I guess we start over. I'll change my name.
Yeah.
But all I'm saying is that I'm not saying anything different than anybody else, dude. You can't use those words in a derogatory tone or to people that you shouldn't use them. But how many words are we going to give up, dude? And my point is that the people that are supposedly offended, it's their job to be offended, right? If it all went away and everybody stopped saying those words, what would they do with their time? Find new words. Find new things to be pissed off at. Tear down more American statues until they take a break. You don't see them out there tearing down statues during the Olympics, do you? How was Hamas's swim team doing? Right? Hezbollah? Are they, the synchronized swimming of Hezbollah? Nope, they're not out there.
Russia got banned. Good.
I mean, they're fucked up, man. Not the people in Russia. The people in Russia are amazing, but Putin's crazy. I still, you can send all these offended people up to the front lines and let them fight for Ukraine. I love that idea. I love death rays. I love every one of them. I love you guys. I love Joe Rogan. I appreciate you listening. Stop spending your time being offended and pissed off at things that people you don't know said, right? If it's somebody that you know personally and they offended you, walk over to their house and say, hey, this offended me. If I said something that offended you, send me an email. Come have a beer with me and we'll talk about it. But don't be a pussy and don't write in your comments and don't freaking, I don't know, bitch to everybody else in the world. Man up, come talk to me about it. Make the world a better place with your actions and not by bitching at others. That's what I got to say today. Why do you look so stupid? Love the show, FknBucky. I'm out.